I don't think it necessarily hurt him too much. And we are off.
No, it didn't hurt him, but it does prevent him from doing some of the checks he would normally do, because he would have cracked open pod by hovering over there if he could have. And we got a B-torp to start us off. There we go. That's all you need for the rest of the race is that B-torp.
Hey, that's pretty nice to get before you go to Kakariko. That means they can route in that sick kid without having to go back to Kakariko.
That is correct. And if we find the flute before then, we definitely can clear out all of Kakariko there. As we fall down to here and we get our first glimpse to see what Uncle has. And it's the Big D, the bow, that troll item for Andy last game. How ironic.
No kid stable here today. Andy gets the bow early. I bet he is very happy to be seeing that right now.
I'm sure he is, especially after how badly it trolled him last game. He won't be searching for it here. Alright, let's go ahead and keep farming here. And he kills that guard, but gets nothing in return.
So they will both be wanting to try to find a bomb off of these green guards, snakes, or rats in this dungeon. Oh, and they both get an 8-bomb drop simultaneously. What a great find.
That is very fortuitous of both of them to get that. It's not just one, so they don't need to worry about, having to stock back up for it. And we get our first sword. Man, the seed's starting to be too friendly and give them so much already.
I was relatively close to my sword guess, but yeah, these are two racers that are just like high quality, high tier racers. That this is just a treat to see this race happen this early in the brackets.
Completely agree. The only kind of match I think that would give people a better thing would be if it was Priestess and Ben going at it again.
And there is the map. That means that we know that there will be an item in the sanctuary. Andy just plugs the ball and chain guard with those bow and arrows and gets a big 20 for their trouble.
All right, we're cooking with butter now. We got 21 rupees. Ooh-wee.
I am a big fan of all these dog sound effects that they've added for Andy's avatar in the newest version here.
Oh yes, they're very fortuitous. Like to bring those out and freely use them. And Chad is pointing out the first one out of Escape last game, so could that be a tell, or is it just going to be a troll for us? We'll see here. As Andy has a slight lead, but that could be changed very easily in the coming moments.
Yeah, this race is far, far from over. We got a lot of racing to do. If you have not watched one of these races before, our goal is to get 7 crystals and get access to Ganon's Tower. The rub is that all the item locations are randomized. Nothing can be locked out. However, also your dungeon rewards are going to be randomized, so those crystals could be in any of the 10 dungeons possible. These racers, it is up to them to figure out what they need to do and where they need to go and do their as fast as possible.
Completely agreed, and we don't know where any of those items are, and we'll find them out as soon as you guys do, as these runners go their separate ways, and we'll call the action as best as we can. And he's gonna find that last true boss of Escape and takes him down quickly, as Dr. Bobtask would say.
I am very interested in seeing where Sonicam is going to be going after this. He made the South Shore gamble right out of Sanctuary first. He did not go to Kakariko first, which is normally what we see. With a bow, we may even see Eastern Palace get hit.
And it looks like we just have some love back in here and some rubies, so we're up to 41. Getting so much closer to that bottle vendor money. And Amazing Ambrose in chat is pointing out that South Shore Eastern Palace is not a bad gamble, so we'll see. Because Sonicam knows Andy's style and liking to go to Kakariko, so he might make that guess again. And we get another big 20. Let's keep moving on.
A sub 6 escape for both of them. That is very good. And then we see it looked like a 5 or 6 crystal over in Eastern, and it looked like red and blue pendants on Hera and Desert. We're going to have a crystal heavy Dark World this race.
Yes, we are. I saw the same thing as you. So we just have one pendant in the Dark World. Be interesting to see where that is, because Hashira will probably give us that information. As we see Andy going to Lost Woods, and Sonicam is going to follow him. Let's see what kind of treasures we can find here. Bomb full, nice. That will come in handy for them. And another big 20, and he skips it. Man, there's a lot of bombs in this seed. It is making sure we have plenty. Let's keep on at it and see what Kakariko proper has now that Lost Woods have loaded us up on bombs.
We got approximately around 14 to 15 items here in Kakariko. That will determine where they go next. They find a power glove. They find a hook shot. I can see them going up towards Death Mountain at some point very soon.
I completely agree with that. And then we got the extra little kick of having the Sick Kid already unlocked with that B-Torp we found earlier. And we got some blue clothes, another big 20, a little piece of love, and the flippers. That's interesting. So we'll see some checks over there, but probably not Zora.
Not going to see any fake flippers this race now. Not much else here in the Thieves Hideout. We're going to be going over to the well next.
It's looking good. Though I have a feeling we're going to start getting short because it's been really kind to us item-wise already. I'm expecting some bomb upgrades, arrow upgrades to start showing up. Oh, never mind. Red mail showed up.
And there's the red cane in the well. That does not really open up much of anything right now. That will be handy if either Turtle Rock or Misery Mire are crystal dungeons. Chicken House just giving another big old heart container. We'll be seeing what the Sick Kid and the back of Cross Products Tavern has.
And the moment of truth is the Sick Kid gives us $50. So there went his allowance. Let's see what the back of the bar has.
Oh, and there's the hook shot.
Oh, wow. We are getting a lot of nice items coming out of Kakariko. Let's see what South Shore holds for us.
So with 2 pendants in the light world, either Misery Mire or Turtle Rock will be a crystal, so that red cane will definitely come in handy later on. the mirror in the library. Library is currently closed.
Well, we've most likely got a boots required seed, so that'll probably make Andy happy here today.
Now we're getting our first little bit of route divergence. Sonicam is going to make the Eastern Palace play. Andy's going to do the South Shore play. See what's in this dam here. See, we'll see what here is in the back of Sasabo's house. And Andy does get the bloomerang from draining the swamp there. And there's a power glove in the back there, along with 300 roops.
And we now have Death Mountain open for us with that kind of action, because I'm sure both runners will be able to do that cave without problems. Let's see Andy go ahead and knock out these mini mold worms and check the back of this place for 5 items.
Mini mold worm moon pearl. That is definitely not a bad find. One of the few items that will be required every single game. We're going to be able to get a hobo check here in just a second, along with the island in Lake Hylia. And that is just a piece of heart. Let's see what the first chest in Eastern has for us, and it is just the compass.
Well, now we'll be able to navigate our way through this since we have the compass. Let's go ahead and see what our hobo friend has for us. Is he going to be friendly, or we're going to have to put him on a watch list?
Oh, and there's the other glove upgrade.
Oh, we found both of our glove upgrades already. What in the world is this seed doing to us? Is this going to be a jet seed for us?
And that is Dark World access, so we know how to get Dark World access at this point. I think Sonicam will be heading there as soon as he finishes Eastern.
We'll see what he does with his gloves there, because I know he's going to go ahead and just finish everything out. Looks like Andy's going to go for that Ice Rock Cave.
One rupee in the big chest of Eastern Palace.
Alright, Andy has completed his South Shore check. I'm sure he'll be heading over to Eastern to go do his first pistol there. I don't see why he wouldn't when it's fully accessible to him. Given the fact I know he does dark rooms, as we see Sonicam doing that just right now.
I mean, when you want to talk about execution, I don't think you'll find any better in the game than Andy at this point. Now, technically, where Sonicam is doing right now is technically out of logic. He does not have the lamp. The logic in the randomizer will never require you to do a dark room without the lamp. Andy's going to skip Sasama. He's just going to go directly over into Eastern. Probably picking that up on the way back out.
I think I just saw that the map was found, which means there's an item on Armor's Nice, if I'm not mistaken.
Sonicam doing a good job there in that Igor room. That is a kind of tough room to do if you are not super used to those dark rooms. Oh, and Sonicam missing the first cycle on that Igor. Taking out some of his frustration there with some sword slashes. And with 34 arrows and 6 full hearts, we are heading into Armos Nights.
And we see Sonicam go ahead and set up the quick kill there and barely misses it. And he's getting... And Andy on the other side picks up his single ruby there and goes to the dark portion of everything. Let's see what he does now. And Andy continues to make it through that dark room without a problem. And here we go towards the vanilla big key chest. Let's go. Oh, I was right. There was a burrito there.
See how Andy handles the dark Igor room.
Alright, it looks like Sonicam's back, but he's in a dark room now. Oh, he's up on Death Mountain. That's where he went. Got the old man in tow. He took out Eastern Palace without any problems. I don't see what he got from there, so we'll have to see it on Andy's side.
This is not good for Sonicam. If he did not go to do the South Shore checks, he does not have those mitts.
Got 50 rubies inside a Spectacle Rock. And 20 up on top, so let's see how this plays out for him. He's going to go to the left side, the right side. Death Mountain, and he got a 5 arrow there. That's where it was. Got his first thing. Is he gonna go check Sasha's closet right now, or is he gonna chill?
Now Andy's going to go check out Sahasrah's place. Sonicam checking the bottom of Paradox Cave? Who knows? There is absolutely zero way that Andy does not go to Death Mountain directly after this.
Oh, I'm sure, and he could go straight to Kakariko, get in a dark world now. Let's see what he does off of that. I'm not seeing big here from Upper Paradox. There's Andy gonna go now.
Andy is going to go up to Zora.
Oh, he's got 492. That's not a bad call. So 8 more rubies.
2 items in the waterfall.
Yeah. And then the ledge if need be for the last item. Let's see here. Waterfall Fairy, what do you have for us today? a big 20, which gives Andy enough, and a heart. And I think that was Sank Heart, if I'm not mistaken.
That was the Sanctuary Heart, the only full heart container in the game that does refill your life.
Alright, so let's see what the Master Scam Artist has for us today. Got a big 20 on the ledge, so we could have grabbed that if we needed money. As Andy dips into the water really quick. And Sonicam gets a 20 there out of Spiral Cave, so Spiral Cave looks like a bust. Ooh, the hammer. That was a well-spent 500 rubies right there, as Sonicam looks to be doing his South Shore loop finally. Let's see if he'll do in the hobo in that link or not.
That is an expensive hammer. It's got to be a craftsman of some sort.
It better come like gold-plated or something at that expense rate. Alright, we get our first Misery Mire, like you're saying. It's a green pendant, and Ice Palace is a 5/6 crystal.
So Hype Cave is incoming. Get 5 items in here. Sonicam's going to get his 5.
The powder and a Fisher Price shield. The flute.
What a pretty great Hype Cave.
Get ready to unstuck the duck. Alright, Sonicam is in the water, so it looks like he's going to be in a hobo check to get himself some golden glove of fury. Got her second shield there on Stumpy, so that's interesting.
Sonicam gets his mitts. He may... Where does he go at this point? Looks like he's going to go to Dark Kakariko, most likely.
Not a bad thing. Andy tried doing the digging game, but didn't have the 20 rubies required. At least I think it's 20 rubies. I can't remember. And it looks like he's...
I believe it's 80 for digging game, isn't it?
I can't remember, and I'm sure chat will inform me correctly here shortly. The question is how long is it going to keep Sonicam away from Zora and getting his hammer? Because Andy could do pod now that he has all that. Is he's going to unloose the goose, stand and rise for your national anthem. Thank you, Krusha, for your Twitch Prime sub. As we see Sonicam going into Skull Woods.
The goose is loose. The geese has been released. The duck is running amok. And the gander is free.
That he is, as Andy goes to get his old man checked real quick. And Sonicam doing another big key chest. Let's see what pays out for him. A compass, so not very handy today. And he looks to be tracking through with the old man very well over there.
So as I said, I would be shocked if Andy didn't go up to Death Mountain immediately. He is finally here. He will have access to both East Death Mountain and Dark World Death Mountain while he's up here. He can basically do everything aside from the item on top of Spectacle Rock. He cannot do the Hera Basement, and he cannot do the Ether Tablet.
Yep.
And Spike Cave.
A little bit limited there, as we saw Sonicam pick up the big key in Skull Woods. It's in this next chest for him, just a small key. Let's see Andy go to East Death Mountain, and then, like he said, I'm sure he'll go into Dark Death Mountain right afterwards. If I remember correctly, there wasn't a lot of anything here in Light World Dark Death Mountain, as we see Sonicam going for his bumper ledge cave. Which is just a heart, so no big deal there. Alright. Where's Sonicam going? Is he going to Thieves Town now?
So how long do you think it will be until Sonicam goes up to Zora?
That's my big question today, is how long it's going to take him to get up there. I hope, it's something he does here shortly, as we see Andy accidentally fall, which is a rarity for him, unless he's hovering. But let's go ahead and do that. He opens up Thieves Town, so the more items he gets, the longer I think it will be for him to go over there, because they'll keep pointing him in other directions. Sonicam getting a nice payback on the Ruby game. A big 20 there on Floating Island. Looks like Andy's going to go for Tower of Hera before he does Spiral Cave and Dark Death Mountain, it looks like. Alright, let's see what Thieves Town has for us.
So this is very interesting. This is almost a mirror, no pun intended, of the last match, where Sonicam did already have the hammer when he went into Thieves Town. Andy did not, and Andy skipped the big chest. He couldn't access it, and that had the bow. Is that going to be replayed here in reverse? Is Sonicam going to get locked out of that big chest? That might have the boots. It might have Ice Rod. It may have Fire Rod.
I don't know, but we'll find out shortly if history returns a favor and debates on more what it will do here, as we see Andy making his climb up a troll dorm.
Oh, and there's silvers.
Those will come handy eventually. Right now, not so much. Big key, and the map. So it looks like there's an item in the basement, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no, I take that back. There's a big heart in the first one, so depends on what Trollworm has up here, if he's got an item or not.
If Andy does happen to win this race, there will not be a Game 3 happening after this race. 2 races in a row is already rough enough for our racers, especially at this level where, yes, they've both been in tournaments before, but the nerves are still there. They'll need a rest.
Oh, wow.
Especially after taking the fall to Moldorm.
Yeah, Andy getting trolled there. And round 2 for Andy. Go the locks the same. And got it without a problem. Did not see if Sonicam picked something up there in Thieves Town or not. And
And
there's
there's
an
a
item in the
small
basement.
key.
Okay, so Sonicam found the compass is what chat's saying. So I think that puts a very good possibility for an item in the big key chest, if I'm not mistaken.
I know we found at least 2 in the first 4 chests. Let's see what what this lovely maiden has, who is absolutely, definitely not an evil boss demon creature.
No, not at all. And it's a key, so
Oh,
there's an item over there. It's looking like it.
Andy is locked out of that basement without any sort of fire source. Sonicam is locked out of the big chest in Thieves Town without a hammer.
The repeat of last game is looking just too ironic for me to pass up right now. As Sonicam looks to start doing his blind fight, let's see how well it goes for him. So we see Andy go into the Dark Death Mountain here.
What a great blind fight by Sonicam.
That was amazing and straightforward. We got some 5 arrows there. So it looks like there's that dependent item there in the chest. Let's see what it turns out to be there.
Super Bunny Cave is going to give us a couple items here. It will be a red rupee and the lamp.
Ooh, Sandy can now save and quit, go finish out Tower Basement if he wants to. Let's get our first gander over here at Turtle Rock, see what pendant it is. And it was the Quake Medallion.
We got 4 chests here in this cave. Let's see what we get here. There's that Quake medallion.
Right next door for a key, and then the Aether. Whoa.
A bug net. Do we get bombos here?
100
no,
rupees.
Just 100 rupees.
Ooh, Jeremiah on World Tour. Get your tickets for that concert right now while it's still going on. Andy's going to go check Misery Mire Shed and that pendant as Sonicam picks up his first shield.
Misery Buyer I think they really messed up with the name of that. It could be a really pleasant place, but I think they just... poor name choice.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, because when I was younger, I always kept calling it Swamp Palace because that's what I thought it was. But I learned eventually, hey, we got a cape, so bumper ledge is now in access, but not going to be needed. And the dog emote's back.
I did not get a chance to see what Misery Mire was. It looked like it was Ether.
That is correct. And Sonicam picking up his flute to go ahead and turn that in when he turns in Jeremiah.
And he has the hammer and the magic powder. He can do the mad batter at the same time.
Did he pick up it yet? I don't see the mirror marked off, but the tracker could be catching up. I might be wrong.
No, that mirror is at the it's on the library, and the library is not open.
No, I was saying hammer to do the 'Cause I didn't see him pick it up, and it's not marked off, so.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Mad batter.
Sorry, for some reason I thought Hammer was in Hype Cave like it was last game.
And the Goose is Unloosed Part 2, as Andy's clearing out the Village of Outcasts there.
That's a bit of the danger of like these two races that are back and forth, one after another, is that you can sometimes run them together in your head.
Oh, it is very easily done. I could believe it. I'll probably start doing that later once we get to the parts I actually saw. As we get a 5-bomb upgrade there from Jeremiah Turn In. Let's see here if he goes and picks up the purple chest real quick or not. As Andy starts his tour of Thieves Town.
That green pendant in Misery Mire is 100% accessible right now.
Yes, it is, which is kind of scary. And the murder dactyl is hot on Sonicam's tail there as he dodges it and gets away with it. As we see Andy progressing in there, following up what Sonicam's already done, picks up his silvers and going to the back there. I'm curious to see what's in the Thieves Town big chest. What's your guess?
I'm hoping for a redo of last game. Obviously, it can't be Bo, but I'm thinking maybe Fire Rod's in there.
That would be interesting. I know I've seen chat going with boots, which would enable hover mode Andy, but let's tease him a little bit longer and give it, like, let's say Ice Rod, because that normally trolls our players. Ooh, and Sonicam getting some dead rocks to the face. That's never fun. I've had that happen many times that I never like it. And the hellway goes down for Andy as we see Sonicam going up here to Super Bunny Cave. Thank you, Alpha Channel, for your subscription.
Alpha Channel, I think, is still top of the leaderboard for the Big Key Guessing game. That is a lot of races he has watched.
Yes, and I think you're right with that. Last time I remember, but I didn't pay attention to the race thing because I was getting set up for this one on the last race. Well, Alpha Channel saying someone did manage to pass him, so he's still up towards the top there. Encroaching that moment of truth and seeing what's in the Thieves Town big chest coming up here shortly. Now that Sonicam picked up the medallions there, do you foresee him going to Misery Mire since it's a fully clearable, or no?
I think that's the play. I think that I don't know. Green Pendant, just things are kind of pointing you towards there. Oh, time of only 50 rupees in that big green chest. But that could be the 50 rupees that Sonicam might need to beat the game. You never know. And we are going to go ahead and see Misery Mire here. Throw that bird. Throw that bird. Throw that bird.
Do a tear. Toss the duck. Oh, he just swiped it.
Oh,
No.
Sonicam.
And Andy gets off script there with blind. What in the world?
That is crystal number 2 for Andy. Andy does have a blue pendant as well. We don't know if that'll come into play yet. But we still got a lot of places we can go, so there's no use speculating on that pedestal quite just yet.
That is very true, though I'm wondering where that big key in Mire will be for Sonicam. Hopefully it won't be the headache over there after the 30-minute long coffee break that seems to take up there at the Vanilla Big Key location. And he's going into Skull Woods. Interesting. Though we've already seen that done by Sonicam.
Now we saw last game, Sonicam was really... he was taking a lot of gambles early on. And Misery Mire kind of seems to be one for me. It's a pendant. Now it is the green pendant. It's not necessarily the fastest clear. If this works out, he can parlay that into a win.
I completely agree with you, but to beat Andy consistently, you're going to have to take those wide gambles because he's a fairly consistent runner. He doesn't normally do the pendant dungeons if he doesn't have to. Ooh, ice rod.
Oh, there's that ice rod for Sonicam.
And we're going to go check the big key chest real quick before we even worry about doing that long cutscene there. Andy checking the back here. And then he'll probably nope out of there after that.
It's just a red rupee eyes. So Sonicam is going to go ahead and finish this out.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's both the items in Mire, so he's going to go to Viddy and take him down with some silver arrows to the eye. I wonder if Andy's going to do his Jeremiah sequence now, since Sonicam already did that. What are they going to do? Peg Cave? Looks like Peg Cave first.
Now, Fighting Vitreous will be a green pendant for Sonicam. He has silver, so it's going to be a very, very fast fight. He's going to go down like Mike Tyson against Buster Douglas. But it's still one of those big gambles. He's already got the ice rod out of here. Will Mire continue to play off?
It'll be interesting. Ooh, as Andy picks up his sword upgrade for that Master Sword. Well, Andy can do the dig game this time since he has enough money, as we see Sonicam begin destroying some eyeballs over there with those silvers. And a nice one cycle, and 2 more shots, and Viddy is down for his green pendant.
Yeah, Silvers brings Vitreous down like a sack of tomatoes. That green pendant may really pay off.
It will be interesting to see, as we'll find out shortly, I'm sure. Though I've seen them collect the green pendant before, and it take them like an hour for them to turn in, so we'll see how that works for them. Well, looks like Sonicam's gonna go turn it in and then probably go to Pod not long after, maybe?
It's a very
See.
early turn in there.
Yeah. We'll
Or
see
very
what he
quick.
does here. As Andy goes to pick up his smithery 5-bomb upgrade capacity, Sonicam moment of truth. You need to take out Biddy. Magmarine.
Andy's going to get cursed here by the Mad Batter. Let's see if that pays off for him.
Just some booms, no big deal. Sonicam going back into the Dark World here. Where's he headed off to now? Purple chest, maybe?
Yeah, there are 4 items up at Zora that Sonicam does not have access, or he does not know what they are. He has 100% access to them. He has just avoided it, and he needs that hammer.
Yeah, he does, and we see Andy finally making his pod play here. So the question is going to be, when will Andy go into Misery Mire to get that ice rod?
That ice rod is very likely to be go mode for Andy.
That is probably a good guess now that you point that out, because once he's got everything else, he's going to be searching for it. As the Extortionist Monkey makes his first appearance in the game, and it looks like we're going to have a catfish play on Sonicam's side.
Ooh boy, we are going noodling over here in Dark World Holler.
Ooh boy, I did not know we had that many rednecks around here to know about noodling.
I am in West Bygone, Virginia. Noodling's way of life.
All right, I'll accept that one. I grew up in Missouri, so I got you.
And nothing but a piece of heart there. I did not get a chance to see Andy's chest.
I did not either. I looked away at chat really quick, so hopefully they will, as chat goes out, they don't talk hillbilly, so I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Looks like Pod was not bow locked, but getting the bow so early, that did not matter.
Yeah, and they were telling us that he found a small key, so not big of a find so far. And here comes Sonicam checking the pyramid. What does the survey tell us is on that pyramid today?
Oh, and Andy finds the boots in Pod.
Hover mode activated.
That may be dangerous for Sonicam.
Well, Virtua, they're telling us that they want to speak either Canadian or the Queen's English, so no, they're having to translate what noodling is for the rest of chat. It's kind of interesting.
Noodling is catching catfish with your arm.
Nothing else, just make sure it doesn't drown you in the process.
Oh, Sonicam's going to Pod, and he does not have a hammer.
Interesting play for Sonicam coming into Pod. You can get some things there. You can definitely get his boots. So that'll be a help for him to go fast. As Andy keeps picking up small keys there, so he's going to need to hit up the dark maze here shortly.
So the only item that we know we need, that we don't have any idea where it is going to be the fire rod at this point.
Yeah, because Andy just got his Mire access since he picked up those boots, so that's going to be interesting. And people are saying boots will lead Sonicam to Zora, so hopefully that's true. Andy did not like that compass pull.
Setting up that death warp.
And we found the burrito, so it looks like we'll be finding out what is on Helmosaur King shortly. As Sonicam goes for, no, maybe? Is he gonna go do a death warp now? Yep, he's using the spike to make it go quicker. Fair enough. Alright, is he gonna stay in pod though is the question. People are calling that the fire rod's going to be in Ice Palace, and you're going to have to use bombos to clear it, which would be interesting. Alright, and Sonicam's going to go grab his boots right now, as Andy's going to go whack some turtles.
Yeah, these rooms are perfectly fine when you have a lamp, when you don't have any fire source. We are coming up on probably the most frustrating room in the game.
Yes, this next turtle, or terrapin, I think is what they're actually called, room, is not fun to do in the dark. And here we go with Andy pounding on Helmosaur's mask 17 hits later. And we'll see most likely a silver arrow to the dome afterwards.
Such a cool boss design. I really like Helmosaur King a lot.
And look away if you have seizure-like symptoms, because that is some neon flashes there for 50 rubies. As Andy goes ahead and picks up his 4th crystal. And I'm sure we'll see Andy do a save quit and boot over to Kakariko shortly, I'm sure.
Then he has full access to Swamp at that point.
Well, that he does, which we'll see if he goes in there or not. Because I know he's not a big fan of Swamp, but then again, who really is a fan of full clearing Swamp?
Anybody who wins a race by checking the left side.
I'll give you that one. That is very true. And got some NMG. Nope, Andy's not activating the spin speed for some reason. There we go. And there we go.
That's a really cool trick that it takes literally maybe 4 or 5 seconds to learn how to do. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, I need to get better at my spin speed setup before I can do it continuously good. Alright, Andy going back here. Where's he gonna head off to now? Is he gonna pick up the purple chest and turn that in on a world tour? Check some K45 action while he's at it. Then Bombos medallion. then head into swamp, like you were saying?
Well, he can't check Bombo's tablet quite yet. He needs a book.
Touche. I got ahead of myself just listing off things in that area. Oh, he's gonna go check Lumberjack Cave. Don't think we've seen this yet. And we have the vampire skewer on the ledge.
Single arrow.
So that AGA quest is out of the way for right now. Unless something important is on the pedestal, we might not see it for a while.
And he's going to go ahead and check out Bonk Rocks. He'll probably check out the King's Tube as well while he's over this way.
And Graveyard Ledge, since he already has the Mire. As we see...
For Sonicam, the library is open, and reading is fundamental.
Graveyard Ledge is a bust. Let's see what our King's Tomb has for us. As we see Sonicam doing the same thing as Andy, just a little bit too low behind him. Andy looks like he misfluted. Or is he setting up a glitch? Nope, he's going dark.
Yeah, he's going to head on down to Swamp. Sonicam is going to go ahead and check out his vampire skewer up here.
Okay, so let's see how Andy plays this for Swamp Palace. Will he do a single dip or a double dip? And then the question is, will Sonicam follow him into Swamp afterwards?
Well, Sonicam will only have access to one chest, and that chest will just be the compass.
Yep, so it's not very becoming for him to go into Swamp House. Now that you remind me, we need a hammer to go in here. So the question is, when will he finally get up there to Zora's domain?
Oh, he stopped on 2 for just a brief second.
Yep,
I thought he was going to do it.
Yeah, I did too, so he debated us both. Alright, so Sonicam gonna go purple chest. It's the only reason I can think him going in this direction.
Sonic's going to go ahead and do the purple chest and getting a piece of heart in the loop room of Swamp.
Alright, he's going left side because I didn't see anything but one item show up. So he must know, be counting the items knowing that there's an item over there.
And Sonicam is going to go ahead and do K45 here.
Just a bomb capacity upgrade. Nothing going on there. And he's going to flute the rest of the way. Not a bad idea. Well, Andy gets ahead of himself there where it's flooding in that room. Tried running out before it flooded. And a piece of heart from our wonderful man in the with the lunchbox. And it looks like we're going to see some, yep, we're going to go see some checkerboard cave.
And we can also check Desert Palace at this point too. That is fully completable.
Yeah, that's just, yeah, with the lamp, yeah. Alright, checkerboard cave has what for us? More bomb capacity. Alright. And he finds some bombs here.
And Sonic not even checking Agina while he's down here.
Oh,
and there's the fire rod for Andy.
So
left side Swamp fire rod
was confirmed. Alright.
And we are in no mode.
Ooh, we are. Nice. Sonicam's gonna go do Desert Palace. I was wondering what he was doing back over there. Has Andy not picked up the big key? I wasn't paying full attention. I was looking between the two. Is that why he skipped?
He does not have the big key yet.
Okay, that's why I skipped the big key chest. Gotcha. Alright, Sonicam going ahead and checking out everything here. Got that small key, so he's going to go full right side here. Check those two there. Andy picking up these two chests here. Let's see what we've got. And a burrito and the bombos. Okay. So, no matter which way you want to go, we've got Ice Palace covered. There's the big key, and he looks like he's not going to worry about it right now.
So it looks like everybody was right in that Ice Rod is likely to be Andy's Go Mode item. But considering, I think, God, how many percentage of seeds have Ice Rod as Go Mode? I think that's not that impressive of a guess, but it is what it is.
An Argus is down, surrender to the booty, and it's a piece of heart. Now we just need Andy to go to Misery Mire to pick up his ice rod, and then he's gonna light this seed on fire and get rid of it. Oh, he's going back for the big key chest. Interesting. I think Sonicam right now is betting on a pedestal seed since he's doing land mow. There's no other reason I could see that unless I missed him not picking up all the items. Oh, yeah, there was an item there, that's why. Gotcha. And there we go with pendant number 2 for Sonicam. as Andy is done with Swamp. And where's he fluting out to? Is he gonna go check?
Sonic has 2 pendants and only 2 crystals.
Oh, Andy's got 4 crystals and 1 pendant.
We were going to go check out Agina's cave here from Sonicam. Agina looks like an old version of Scott Steiner.
Andy gonna go take out Skull Woods really quickly. I definitely can agree with this. Though I don't remember, I don't think they found any items in here yet.
Sonicam getting the book. Sonicam's just getting sent on goose chases at this point. Oh, the book is just 1 page, and all it just says is Zora has hammer in really big font.
Well, there's no, there's the last shield there. And we know there's still an item down in the basement of Hera, but we know it's not a big deal. So that's good. And Andy probably won't make that before he dips Mire, my guess anyway. As we see, he goes down with... I completely lost my train of thought. Mafia, there we go. And gets his next crystal.
Look where Sonicam is right now. Sonicam is climbing Tower of Hera.
Isn't that his last pendant he needs too? It is.
His last pendant. He is gambling on a blind pull pedestal.
Interesting. So, chat, go ahead and get your hype for that ped pull. And we'll see how that turns out for him as Andy finished with Skull Woods, saves and quits. And I'm sure he's off to Desert Misery Miner area here. That'd be my guess.
You can also do ice at this point.
Oh, very
yeah,
true.
ice is a crystal. Desert and Mire are both pendants. Andy picked up, it looked like he picked up Tempered Sword as well.
If he did, I'd miss that. And we got a vanilla fight over here for Sonicam, because Bullborn just hit Rage mode since he has that Fire Sword only. And he picks up that key. Let's see what's in the basement of Hera here.
And just think about how different this race would have been if Sonicam had a hammer. Like, what would he do if he had that hammer? Probably hammer in the morning.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't do a cape glitch here, but that's just me.
He'd hammer in this evening. All over this land of Hyrule.
First game it debated Andy, this game it's debating Sonicam. And both of them being in very interesting places. Or no, I was wrong. First game it debated, the hammer debated him by, and a quick hover, nice. Debated him by not getting him to that bow in Thieves Town there.
And just 5 rupees at the bottom of Tower of Hera.
Well, at this point in the time, we know it's a bust there, as Andy is making it melt there in Ice Palace.
And we are on our way to the pedestal, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I thought he was going to make a Skull Woods check first, but he doesn't have anything to do that. So yeah, he's doing pedestal. Let's see what it holds for us today.
I'm going to be optimistic and say half magic.
That would be beneficial, though not progression like you would want.
That'd be the best thing that I think he could get out of it.
A sword upgrade would probably help also. Ooh, big 20s.
Oh man, Sonicam.
Alright, back over to Andy's side as he picks up 10 bombs. Sonicam, where are you headed off to now? Wonder how long it's going to take him to remember he hasn't been to Zora yet. Because that's what's holding up his progress here.
Where is he going?
Bombos medallion maybe? Just this is like really elongated way to do that. I would figured he would have gone before, flew to the 4 or saved quick back to the house and gone that way, but I'm just guessing.
Oh yeah, he's going in the swamp.
Oh, he can't do 4 because he doesn't have a hammer yet. That's why it took him that way. I gotcha. But he could only do 1 pedestal, or 1 chest in here. And then he's going to be locked out. And Coldstare is blowing up. Go ahead.
I was going to say he had a relatively clean Coldstare fight. Coldstare, even with the red mail, can do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, him and his pups and those icicles are not fun to have drop on you. And Sonicam learns right here he's locked out of Swamp. Andy completes that one. Where's he gonna go now? He's up on Death Mountain, but he's saving quitting out. And he just flew. Where's Andy off to now? Is he gonna do a bomb check?
Andy is going to do a bomb check.
Oh, and Sonicam's doing those plays that he needs to do. He's finally gonna get a hammer.
Please just keep going to Zora.
Alright, Andy's debating me now. Where is he going? K45, there we go. Andy sees that, not seeing the ice rod that he needs to hit up Mire for. As Sonicam's about to spend $500 and get his handy dandy hammer so he can beat Bob the Builder and fix it. Now we're gonna go get that bomb check. Okay. Let's see what the Pyramid Fairy has for us today.
I don't know if Sonicam can make this up. He is 4 crystals behind Andy at the moment, and Andy doesn't necessarily have a ton of places left to check. He can check Desert, which is a very fast check, and then he goes into Mire directly from there, or he does Mire first. There's the only way Andy can even potentially lose this lead is if he does T-Rock and gets all the way up to Laser Bridge twice in a row.
Yeah, that would be what would lose it. And then also, Sonicam needs to full clear this the swamp here, so he makes sure to hit up that left side, or he's going to skip that ice or fire rod. Alright, Andy playing around here in Hyrule Castle, and he's going to the Misery Mire area, so he's in the right area, but it looks like he's doing something else. He's going to hit up Agina first, it looks like, I guess. Well, if nothing, you can say he's being thorough here, because he's trying to find that ice rod. Meanwhile, Andy is driving everyone nuts and unlocks. He unlocked a lot of stuff with that book, which is not good. Alright, Andy, where are you off to now? Meanwhile, Sonicam is clearing out Swamp Palace here.
Andy is gambling on T-Rock.
Uh-oh, not good. Or is he going into the Ether Medallion first? Which he can also do Spike Cave while he's over here. And he's going to hit up the Ether Medallion, then do Spike Cave, it looks like. Hopefully he doesn't get you baited into Turtle Rock, but we'll see here.
So right now,
Right.
Sonicam needs Fire Rod, which he's in the Fire Rod dungeon. He is also 4 crystals behind. Oh, Andy's going to go check basement. Andy just needs Ice Rod, which is in Misery Mire, which is a pendant dungeon. Andy only has 1 crystal left before GT.
And of course, the one item that's baiting him right now is the one that can be anywhere in the game, except behind Trinex. Andy taking a little water break there, getting himself some rehydration and blasting those sword beams out as Sonicam picks up his Bombos medallion. Andy is going to be disappointed with that 5 ruby he just picked up. And Sonicam is going straight back to take out the Pirate King himself, Argus.
So if Sonicam had checked Hammer location, he probably wouldn't have gone into Mire, but if he did, like, this would be his race.
That is very possible. And he's doing a... Oof. I just realized he's doing a fighter sword here for Argus, which is no bueno. So he's either going to do a bunch of spins or a bunch of menuing. Looks like he's doing a combination of the both of them. Andy, where are you going? Don't go over there. Don't go into Turtle Rock. No, Andy. Oh, he's doing it.
That's a neat little trick to learn for Dead Rocks. You will get much less frustrated with them.
That quick double tap there is a very nice handy thing. Ooh, Sonicam missed that one. Got it with the third shot. First try every time.
And let's see if Sonicam goes back in to Swamp Palace.
I don't see why he wouldn't at this point in time, since he's only searching for that one item, which we know is here. See what he does real quick. And he's out of there. Uh-oh. Boy,
Oh. Oh no.
just like Andy's going the wrong way, Sonicam's now going the wrong way. Oh no. That Bombos is luring him away like chat thought it would. Alright, so we got Andy hitting up Turtle Rock already, and Sonicam going into Bombos, our Ice Palace there.
Well, the one silver lining to this is that Ice Palace is a crystal. He does have to do this.
That was very true, and Andy pretty much did all of it until he got all the items there. We'll see him do a quick little fire puzzle as Sonicam picks up his compass there. And a fetch quest, which is probably going to lead Andy in the wrong way again. Oy. Andy, why must you do this to us? Sonicam, you too, because you took the wrong route. Oy. Meanwhile, while we got a small little lull here, let's make a shout out to our handy dandy tracker, Merc249, who's keeping us commentators in the know of what actually is going on here. So I would be lost without him.
This race is fascinating. We have both racers doing unnecessary full clears when they each need a different rod for go mode. We're going to be getting a Mimic Cave check here in just a second. And Sonicam finds the Uncle Bombs in Ice Palace. And I do understand Andy going to T-Rock first before this. Ice Rod, when it's required, it feels like it's in T-Rock a lot.
That is very true. It can seem like it's in T-Rock a lot. And let's go ahead and see what's here in our big chest. 10 arrows. And Sonicam picks up the key. Is he gonna fall down? Nope, he's gotta go do this the long way. I forgot he didn't do a bomb jump.
Good slick number of firebar rooms by Sonicam. Getting a little caught up there on that corner, though.
And Ice-T reveals a burrito for his efforts as Andy goes to start his way towards Laser Bridge. It'll be interesting to see what's on Laser Bridge since it's not muted.
Those are some sick beats by Andy. I think I heard that in a Real Big Fish song one time. And there is our second bottle of the game.
And Andy is frustrated and fluting away. He's going to go turn in his mushroom first. Not where we need him to go, but hopefully I'll send him in the right direction here shortly.
It's the fastest check. I think it's the smart play at this point, but you don't want to have to dip Mire or Desert. But that is what is going to happen here.
Yes, I completely agree there, since we know where that ice rod is he needs, and the fire rod that Sonicam needs, as he's repping
And he's
up
going to
that.
do Desert first.
Oof. Why, Andy? Why? I know it's quick, but why? I guess if you're going to have to check the two of them, Desert so quick it will so knock that out. But still. Here we go. And we're almost an hour and a half in, and we still don't have a go mode outside of commentators go mode.
So Sonicam's probably going to go to Pod at this point. Oh, is he going to go back into Swamp? Nope.
He's doing the pyramid fairy check. Okay. Alright, we're getting debated on this seed left and right. Really. And he enables that speed glitch that you're to run with the bomb there. And he finds his compass and heads back to Lamolus. So at least Andy's in the right area for his item. What is Sonic doing?
Sonicam?
Taking the bomb on an extra little adventure and then picking it back up again. Oof. This is not playing very nicely for Sonicam. And nothing gained there.
55
where
roots.
are you gonna go? Yep, but where is Sonicam gonna go now? Is the question. Sonicam, what are you gonna do to us?
I am actually very impressed he did not mirror bonk there. That I mirror bonk every time I try to mirror at the pyramid.
Yeah, that's something I do frequently, is that mirror bonk. As we see, he's going to go do pod now, as Andy's about to take out Lamolus here with some arrows really quick. So blink and you'll miss this Lando pipe.
Ice Rod is in the big room chest of Misery Mire. It's in that third big room with all the fire snakes that you step on the switch to get to. Fire Rod is on the left side of Swamp, which Sonicam skipped.
And
Andy is going to make his way into Mire.
Alright, he's heading towards go mode here. And as chat's been predicting, he's going to hit it up before Sonicam does, unfortunately. But it looks like he's going to do checkerboard K first. Ooh, interesting there for Sonicam using the hammer and then some ether, if I was not mistaken.
Even with skipping Zora, I think the thing that has put Sonic more behind than anything was the Fire Rod miss. If he did not miss that Fire Rod, so he had already mostly full cleared Pod, all he had to do is go back and kill Mothula, and then he could just go through T-Rock as quickly as possible. Like, going in and just killing Mothula is one of the faster go modes, more so than any other dungeon in the game. That was the that was what did it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So now the question is, where is he going to check? And it looks like Turtle Rock is where he's headed off to now. Boy, vey.
He is not going to get very far.
No, if he's going to get that. Oh, well, he might go check the Ethan medallion and then Spike K first, which will give him more access. Alright, and he's going to check this key here. Does he check the cutscene, or is he going to go towards the big... No, he's out of here. Go
That is
mode
go mode
4.
for Andy.
Sonicam save quitting, going back up to the mountain. Oh no. Is he making the Turtle Rock play? It was Andy's and go. Whoa, that was a triple hit. Just a heads up, game 3 will not be today. There will be another race for these runners that has not been determined yet, as far as I've seen. And Andy gets dead rocked there, sadly. So he's going to have to make attempt number 2, gets through without any issues, as Sonicam goes to open up that portal. Alright, Sonicam went ahead and opened it up. He's going to be doing some checks, but as pointed out earlier, he's only going to be able to find that small key there, and then he's going to be locked out of the rest of Turtle Rock here. So the question is, will he go back to Swamp Palace to finish it?
Now, I want to make it clear that we are not dunking on the skill of these runners at all. Both of these runners are way better than I will ever be at almost anything. They're probably just tired. This has been a wacky seed, and this is just so weird.
Yeah, by no means are we trying to fault their skills at any part. They're in the top 64 for the reason that they have the skill they do. We're just calling it as we see it and trying to figure out how it's going to go for these runners. Oh wow, Sonicam's keep through on Turtle Rock. Oh, nope, he's done. Alright, Sonicam, where are you headed out to now? Where are you going to do Swamp Palace?
Nope.
Spike Cave? Nope, he's doing the Mad Batter. Okay. Or not Spike Cave, I was meaning Peg Cave when I said that, but he's in the wrong world to do that. Alright, Andy gonna go do some Trinex hunting. Whoa!
Andy. I'm pretty sure he has a green pendant or a green potion regardless, but
this is when you can tell that the length DC is starting to wear on these players because things are not going how they normally play here. And
ladies and gentlemen,
7th crystal, so go for it.
we are on our way to Ganon's Tower. There are 22 possible locations in this tower where the big key to the upstairs may possibly be. Get your guesses in 1 through 22 as to where you think that key is going to be. They will be counted in the order that Andy opens them. Whoever wins, if you have donated 250 bits to any of the Speed Gaming channels or have subscribed to any of the Speed Gaming channels, you get a chance to join our leaderboard. Let's see how this goes. Do you have a location you think it's going to be?
I'm going to stick with my traditional guess of 13, which, if they do the normal 2 chests right, then go left, will put us as the last chest in the randomizer room. But we'll see how Vanity plays this, because it could be troll me, but hey, we'll see. Ooh, and a Thieves Town check for Sonicam. Going to go do that big key chest. What number do you
First chest,
normally
small
pick?
key. Second chest, small key. I think it's going to be the right side room. The 4 chest with the... It'll be the chest that actually opens up all the pits.
Okay, ooh, Bob lives. So you're talking about the one with the teleport room and the 2 hard hat jellies, right?
Yeah, that 4 chest room. I think that's the top left.
Okay, gotcha. I was just making sure that I'm following with you on there. Alright, Sonicam gonna go check that Thieves Town big chest, and ooh, we got a butter sword for Andy on checks.
That was in chest 5. 6 and 7 not having anything of note. We do have 4 small keys though.
Alright, right, now's the moment of truth for Sonicam. He's gonna open that and find a big 50 there. I did not see what Andy got in that chest there, so I'm gonna say it's nothing since he's continuing.
That would have been chest 8. Chest 9 will be the fire snake room.
Chest 9 is just triple bombs. Here we go to the randomizer room. Let's see if I can win another one. Only won once before.
We got 10, 11, 12, and 13 in this room.
And here comes the Bombos medallion check. We got a heart, a big 20, a 5 bomb capacity upgrade, and a half magic. I don't know. My call wasn't a bad check, so I'll take that little small win. And Sonicam is searching furiously for that ice rod here. Hopefully with this direction he's going back towards Swamp Palace. And it looks like he is going back to Swamp Palace, so here we go. He's going to be in go mode here shortly.
Chest number 14, Bob's chest.
Ooh, what the? Andy took out the traditional Bob and made it an alternate Bob there. That's interesting.
Ice Armos, these guys are tough.
Yep, Armos on ice show, and they're down. Or, yeah, now they're down. There we go, Andy. Looked like he positioned himself wrong there. There's 14, 15, 16. Right side it was.
That was 15, 16, and 17.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot. I didn't add in the one for Bob's chest.
So we got our 4-room chest, and then we got tile room.
Alright, Sonicam is making that left side play now. So he's going to be happy and frustrated, I'm sure, at the same time with getting that ice rod over here. Or fire rod, I mean, sorry.
$18, 19, 20, 21. 18 bombs. 19 small key. 20. I was one away.
Yeah, you were in the right room, so you're a lot closer than I was. But, you know, let's see who the real winner of that game was.
It's our tracker.
Our tracker, Merc 249, was the winner on that one. Way to go. Nice guessing. Alright, Andy is heading towards the gauntlet as Sonicam is about to go find his ice rod, not medallion. It's getting to that point where my mind's starting to go to mush.
Both of these racers are just looking for that dot done from the opponent at this point. You gotta think that they both feel like they are really far behind.
I could believe it, because both of them finding those rods late would make me feel like I was behind. But then again, I'm nowhere to the same caliber of execution as these runners, so I feel like I was behind from the get-go. just like that, Landmo 2 is done. And Sonicam gonna go knock out Mothula here and pick up his next crystal there. As Andy is certain his first Wizroom room. That's different. Alright.
That Wizrobe room. That's one of my favorite rooms in the game because that is such an easy kill to pull off, but just looks really impressive.
It is, and that second one I fumble with a lot because I don't place the block in the right direction. As we see the first lamp room here, and he's going to save his magic and hit that up. There we go. Got a little trolled by that one, and he's out of there. Alright, don't need a magic refill, go up here. Hopefully it doesn't hit a spark again. Got through without any problems. No need to pick up any of these chests. He's got that last key, and he's gonna bomb the wall. Does he need to pick up any fairies is the question. Nope, he's not gonna worry about it. Picks up that, no, he skips the refill. Interesting. No, he does have blue potion if I remember correctly. Runs through more one.
And oh, Andy.
And
you came and you saw, and you gave me a bagel.
Yep. Alright, so
oh, Mindy.
Let's try this one more time. He's going for it, and not yet. Meanwhile, Sonicam wraps up his Mothula fight. Picks up that 100 rubies and a crystal. And Andy is just gonna go ahead and take out Morborn the normal way. Not a bad idea. He must be feeling like he's behind at this point since they only tried it twice. Doesn't bother with that because he's got everything and then some to take on Ganon here. As Sonicam is done with that, and he's off to Turtle Rock to pick up his last and final crystal.
So we're here on the 3 Aghanims.
Is that a 2 or a 3 hit? Well, that was definitely 2. So we'll tell us here if that was the first one was a 2. That was a 2. Alright, so 2, 2, and 2 for Andy as we are done with the Geometry Wizard. Time to go take out the big pig and fry up some bacon. So start placing your orders now for some bacon requests.
I saw Geometry Wizard on tour with Minor Threat and Bad Brains in '88.
I'm not even going to try deciphering that one because I'm not sure I could.
And we are here to Boss Hog. Andy, you're going to be able to one-cycle these first 2 phases.
Yep, only needing 6 shots or slashes with that tempered sword there. Makes the quick work of cycles 1 and 2. Dodging up those fire bats, slashing again to make the ball or the tiles fall away. And here we go. Stop teleporting around so we can smack you. And by we, I mean Andy with his gold sword. Wow, he does not want to stop teleporting. There we go. And Andy taking out frustrations on him with all of his teleporting. Here we go. Took out the last one. Yes, we got the Fuse Town arrows. Alright, 1 to the face. No need for the torch glitch. 1, 2, and 3 shots, and the big pig is roasted. And starts stewing up that bacon as Andy hoists his sword. As soon as he finishes, we'll give a call out for the official SRTV time.
I think Andy just breathed a big sigh of relief.
Andy finishes with a time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds. Get your GGs in there for Andy as we'll bring him into the chat here for an after tour talk.
And I think we're going to bring Andy on in here. Give us just a moment. Hello, Andy. How are you?
Hello, I'm great. What a terrible seed.
Alright, before I forget, Andy, the previous commentators wanted to know, in the Thieves Town Big Chest in Game 1, what did you think it was going to be, bow or flippers?
I was expecting boots, honestly.
Ooh, that would have been even trollier. Alright,
Because boots was required by logic for desert because small key was on the torch. So I was expecting boots, but then it was bow. And then I found flippers right after. That was a rough seed.
That was a rough seed. Seed 2 looked miserable, just from our perspective. How was that?
I mean, it wasn't that bad, I guess. I feel like I played it really poorly. I feel like I checked way too much overworld and probably should have done Palace of Darkness before Thieves Town and the Skullwoods dip, just because Pod was full clearable at the time for me. But, you know, Ice Rod in the middle of Green Pendant Mire, it's not a high priority on my list almost ever.
It was really interesting because Sonicam did not go to Zora until probably an hour and 20 minutes in. He went to Mire very early, probably 35 to 40 minutes in, and got that Ice Rod.
Dang, that's pretty crazy. I honestly wouldn't have gone to Zora if Sahashala didn't have that hot 300 in his back room.
Yeah, that was a very interesting thing. While you were searching for the Ice Rod, he was searching for the Fire Rod, and he finally found it in the left side of Swamp Palace there. Because he cleared it and then skipped out on left side.
Wow. Yeah, this seed was interesting for sure.
All right,
It was a really interesting 2 races to watch because you both diverged on routing pretty early. Even in the first seed, he went straight to South Shore out of Sanctuary while you went to Kakariko. I would definitely recommend just going back and watching these 2, obviously, since you have a Game 3 coming up. And any idea on when that'll be?
I think the plan is Sunday morning at the moment.
All right, so you're going to hit that up before you go up to GDQ?
I don't leave for GDQ till Thursday, so...
So you got plenty of time then, so you're good.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for that Game 3. These have been 2 really fun races to watch. First one and the second one both. They each had their merits, and congratulations on this win.
Thanks. I definitely didn't think I was gonna win. I felt like I checked way too much, and Mire being available so early, I figured that Sonicam might have gotten it early, which I guess he did, but
As we're speaking here, Sonicam's going ahead and wrapping up his Trinex fight, and phase 2 is down, so it's just a big hit to finish up. So, overall thoughts on these 2 seeds? You like them, you hate them, throw them in a dumpster and set them on fire? What do you think, Andy?
I don't know. I mean, the first seed, I don't really feel like I made bad decisions. It was just like, hey, the one item that I needed ended up being in the worst spot possible. But I don't know. I feel like I actually played pretty poorly in the second seed, so hopefully I can play better next time.
Well, we will definitely be looking forward to that as Virtua Cat is pointed out there, and Sonicam just finished up with Trinex and heading to Ganon's Tower here. So we'll be seeing him here shortly, hopefully. So, quick question, since Sonicam just reminded me of this, why did you not go right when you found 2 keys in the right side of Ganon's Tower, Andy?
At that point, I felt like I was behind or close, or we were close. So I knew Sonicam went right in the first race with just 1 small key on the right side. So I figured I would go left to try to make up some time. But then it ended up being number 20. So.
Yeah, and he's going right anyway after all, so he's going to pick up a little bit of time there, which is interesting. But yeah, it seems like he makes a lot of gambles facing you here, so it'll be interesting to see your guys' divergence on game 3.
How did you feel finding the bow on Uncle after that first game 1?
Felt fitting, I guess. The whole beginning of this seat was interesting because Samaria, which was guaranteed required with 2 pendants being in the White World, and then the bow early, it was just an interesting assortment of early items.
Yeah, then you got that first sword early also, which didn't really pay off for a while, and then Sonicam just only got his Master Sword going on today.
And he's not V, so I guess he didn't get the other sword in Skullwoods, maybe. And then the other sword was in GT. No, the other sword was.
It was GT.
Yeah, it was GT.
Yeah, he go moded Skullwoods because he checked what he could, and so he didn't need to check the back of Skullwoods at that point in time.
Yeah, I think it was Stalfos room had the better sword in it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's where it was.
Alright. Since you said you were behind, how come you tried hovering shoulder on 2 there twice?
Well, first time I thought I was behind, so I hovered to try to save some time, and then I fell, and so I just tried again, because if I was going to lose the race to a hover fall, a second fall wouldn't matter. And then my rhythm on the first 2 were not great, so I decided not to try a third time.
Fair enough. Alright, and Sonicam going ahead and wiping out these gauntlet rooms with not too much problems. Well, this one's starting to get some problems here. So he's about to head into land mode 2.
Yeah, to be able to finish that seed still at under 2 hours is just... That was a weird seed, and great job.
It's not too often I get a seed that's this long.
I was gonna say, because normally 140 is like popping it for you, it seems like, whereas yours all seem to go by pretty quickly, as this one just kept rolling on. Alright, Sonicam go ahead and knocking out those last Liz robes and going into about to all day. Alright, let's get these first lamp room knocked out. Down goes Voldorm 2 for Sonicam there. Alright, just one more quick room dash and he'll be up there for the Geometry Wizard himself. Alright, here we go. Dashing up through this. The two sword upgrades that were not picked up by Sonicam, one was in the back chest in Skullwoods, and the other one was in Stalpos Room and Ganny's Tower on the right side. And Sonicam knocked down the Geometry Wizard for a big setup.
Yeah, really good triple by Sonicam there. We're going to be seeing Master Sword Ganon here from Sonicam.
Luckily, he has those silvers, so his last phase won't be so bad. Because silverless Master Sword never is fun for anyone. Ooh, gets tagged by that staff there.
And there is phase 3 of Ganon.
One more swipe, and we're in phase 4. Alright, here we go. He's blue.
Gotta give it to Sonic here. He's executing really well in this fight.
Yes, he is, and they give it to him for not just, throwing it up quicks there. He's finishing this out like a true champion. On 2, and the big picks down for Bacon's Feast Part 2. And Sonicam finishes with a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 22 seconds. Get your GGs in for Sonicam. And as soon as we can, we'll get Sonicam in here for his post-race interview also.
We will see if Sonic will be able to join us up here in just a moment. Hello, Sonicam. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. So tell us your thoughts on that second seed there.
I don't think I'm able to say it on stream, but I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of a 4-letter word. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it. It was just horrible. I kind of really hated it, but I didn't play it right, so I kind of guess I got what I deserved. Was over a 2-hour seed. It kind of is what it is. That hammer,
You
man.
played that. Yeah, that hammer was rough. That fire rod was rough. You played your first seed right. You're 1-1 with Andy right now, so it's going to come down to that third race. So why didn't we go up to the Zora?
Say that again.
Why didn't you head up to Zora when you had access to him?
Yeah, honestly, I really thought that when I got the flippers early, I thought when I went to Hobo and I got the Titans Mint, I'm like, okay, so I think that's probably it here. And I just gambled thinking that there was nothing going to be on, Zora in Zora's domain. And as you can see, that was not true. So it sucked. I mean, honestly, I kind of like the way I did that. I don't know why. I really felt like that was right. Because going to Zora area, I feel like that's like a big time sink if it's just garbage. So and I didn't have boots, so it would have been like a long walk, and you got to make gambles against Andy. It's just I don't know. My first win, that was a fluke. It had to have been a fluke. We were talking about it in chat. I think he said he missed the bottle glitch or something. And I don't know. I kind of felt like I had to make some type of a play, and I was just praying that Hammer was going to be on pedestal, and that definitely didn't work. But I kind of had fun. I don't think I would change the way I play too much. I just got to clean up the way I actually play, like Execution. Execution wasn't good, and it kind of was a little bit tilted, especially from my OBS. Like just died randomly, and it started getting really laggy. And I wasn't getting what I needed anywhere, so I was kind of like just feeling a little annoyed. But I'm actually really surprised I actually finished it out. I was really ready to just forfeit.
I think if you go back and watch the video on demand, I think you'll notice that it's actually a lot closer near the end than you probably thought it was. The Swamp Palace, not checking the left side. If you would have checked that left side, it would have been within 2 or 3 minutes.
Wow. Did he leave too?
Andy double dipped T-Rock.
Oh, it was only T-Rock. Okay.
Yeah, he was searching for that ice pendant or rod, and that's what trolled him for this seed.
Wow. Yeah, so my 2 most hated items in this game is Book and Bombos. Bombos has baited me probably about 3 or 4 other times for this exact same for the exact same way, where it's a fire source, get into ice, and then you can get other things, do other things, and you leave the dungeon, and of course the fire rod is still in there, and you can't beat the game until you go back and double dip. I hate Bombos so much, and I hate the book so much.
Yeah, that book kind of got you. Bombos kind of got you. At least Ice Palace was a crystal, so I could see I saw the thought process in going there. It's just that swamp side. That was I think that was what was the kicker there.
Yeah, it was. Kind of felt pretty bad after I saw it, but it is what it is. This is rando. This is what I signed up for.
Yeah, and I mean, you're still in the top 64 of this race. It's a lot. It's a really, really close rounds, and I am very excited to see this round 3 on Sunday.
Yeah, should be fun. Definitely don't think I would ever do a doubleheader again. I mean, this is probably gonna be the last race I make anyway. But honestly, my thought process, I was telling Andy in chat, well, not in chat, but in the race room, I'm like, the only reason why I wanted to do a doubleheader is just so you could just put me out of my misery. Because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna do this guy like twice. So I'm like, all right, let me just get it over with in just one day, and then I could just have a free weekend. And then lo and behold, I win game one. I'm like, what the heck? This is crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's just a game, it's rando. It's random stuff that happens. A low tier beating a high tier, like Andy, is just something that just happens sometimes.
So what were your thoughts like when you finished that first round and you saw that you'd be Andy, somebody who has a lot of name recognition in this community?
Honestly, I thought it was like a mistake. Like I thought like maybe my computer died or something. But then that really couldn't have been it. I don't know. I felt like maybe he might have full cleared the entire game or something, and he was just got really trolled. But which was the case? I forgot what was trolling him. I don't know if it was I think it was the bow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Bo was in the last possible chest it could have been.
Yeah. So I mean, when that happens, and the other person doesn't full clear the game, it's kind of hard to to win, no matter how good you are. But yeah, it's random, man.
Which we were actually bringing it up in that first race. You went to Thieves Town and had the hammer and was able to get the bow out of that big chest. And Andy went to Thieves Town, didn't have the hammer, and had to go back and find it. Second race, it was flipped. Andy had the hammer and went to Thieves Town. Unfortunately, I believe it was just 50 rupees down there, but everybody in chat, both of us are like, oh my god, it is the exact same thing, just in reverse.
It is funny because when I was in Thieves Town and I went to get blind chest, and I'm like, please don't be a small key, don't be a small key. It was a small key. I'm like, wow. I bet chat is like, oh wow, look at this, it's a reversal.
With that said, I think we're going to let you all get some rest. Thank you for putting on a great night of racing for us. Do either of you have anything you want to say before we head out?
Jet seat on Sunday, please.
Yes, please. 115, please.
I'm hoping for that. I'm also hoping for a very close race. I'm very excited to watch it. Everybody needs to take time out of their schedule on Sunday and set aside anywhere from an hour and 15 to, 2 hours and a half if it keeps going like this. But for that, I want to say thank you again to Sonicam and Andy. Please follow them on Twitch and also follow the ALTTP Rando channels and the Speed Gaming channels. What's up? Do you have anything left you'd like to say?
I'd just like to give a shout out again to our tracker, Merc249, for not only tracking it, but also winning the Big Key guessing game. So a double hoorah for him. And that is all I have. Thank you for hanging in here with us for this back-to-back race, and we'll see you Sunday.
You all have a great night.
See you guys.